Well, this is where I murder you. Rank up! What? How does that count?
Game over, yeah!
Yes, Sojiro, I'm dead. Fuck.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
You know, it just dawned on me that seeing the protagonist die or whatever, I think personally just, I don't know, makes him feel weak, at least in my opinion. Like, just being off just by seeing which, I don't know. Don't know what I'm talking about. Rest in peace.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Huh?
No, it can't be.
Adios, asshole.
Even me. God, God damn it. She.
Honestly, have no pity for you. Meanwhile, one floor above, I think.
What was all that about, showing him this phone?
You know, better to say 1,000 of floors above.
The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil.
Pure evil. He just killed me.
He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Now you know. It's too late.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
Negro Zendeja.
You want me to save him?
Oh, wait, I thought you were dead. Say sigh.
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
Nobody at all?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after he destroys the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Also take your wives and your kids and your sisters and your father and your mother and everybody who's close to you. They're gonna kill them too.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anton,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. To think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal, right?
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery.
Can't read.
Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now.
That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have
Oh,
breaking
fuck
news.
you.
The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Is there something you're not telling me, Ryuji? What am I still doing here? Am I supposed to be dead?
It would seem as though you have been killed.
Yeah.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Alright, there was some missing memories. The first time I sensed something was off. That's right, it was during the school festival.
Hey, they're going.
Nah.
You realized it too then.
Yep.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Yes, damn freaking pancakes. That's what tipped me off. That was like confused about what? Wait, what? I know Morgana talked about pancakes.
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
He's up to something.
Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
We want pancakes.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice.
Right.
This whole deal feels sketchy.
Let's do some research.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
Oh yeah, and that was like... Was that possible? You can do it, Futaba.
I agree.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan.
Come on, Futaba.
That's perfect.
Tell Big Brother what you're up to. Huh, keeping a secret, huh?
Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Oh. Futaba's gonna do something? I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet.
I'm glad over that game over.
There are still things that must be done.
My memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at the moment. Mission accomplished. I guess I should save. What a sore loser. Innocent make no sense. You do need new authority. Truth lost to the void. Sudoku! I heard they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way! I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. You can finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. Oh, if only you guys knew. I'm still alive. I'm exhausted. Feels like my conscience is about to fade away. Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep till we reach our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Are you listening? Oh, jeez, that's sort of connected. Yeah, I am. What's up? Anyways, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba monitoring of Akechi phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive. It's a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdown. He offered to assist us with simply a plot to frame the Phantom Thief and kill Linkaro-kun. If we go into Sis Palace as he suggested, we will likely be met by a large ambush of police forces. To think he would be this far gone, I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wished to bring the police squad from reality into the palace? If 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special piece of equipment. So this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Kumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time. Fuck Akechi! This whole time he was working with Makoto's sister. He was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it? No, Akechi is merely a tool. His order comes from somewhere else. Elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An imaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect of a police station. Let's be fun of who that is. We will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi. But what means do we have of learning his identity? We have to make Akechi say it, though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. I think that'll be the case eventually regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realized that that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately. Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard suggestion? But if we go into the palace as told, Negro will get arrested and then murdered by Akechi. Palace. The palace! Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Ha! We can use the palace to our advantage! What are you talking about, Futaba? Fufu. What is this all of a sudden? There's a way to pass Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really? You gotta be kidding me. I'm surprised you haven't said F or the F word in a long time. If he wants to kill Linkuro, why not let him? Hey! That is inside the palace. Hey, don't my life matter here? Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive Linkuro-kun, all while believing he killed the real one. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's it. Seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we carry this operation out. Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything.
Ah, so she's on the loop.
Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
How ancient you know?
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey guys! Wait!
Hey, you big bastard.
I just saw my character going, wait, slow down, don't like, oh, okay, I love these hugs, so come on.
How have you been?
Ghostly? Ooh.
You're not floating.
Shut up. Get with the joke.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
Well, sorry to make you worry, father.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Sure. I want to know what happened too.
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Slow down. I don't think Sai or Sakura will understand all this.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Yes. He was too suspicious.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back.
I should have put he was too suspicious.
He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
Yeah, you were like, big Phantom Thief, die.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. Wait, so what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean our cat?
Yes, our cat.
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Wait, what?
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Nyeh.
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
So in other words, you don't really need personas to understand. All you just need to do is no, actually no, Ryuji is proof of that, right? Wait, let me think about this. No, okay, no. I'm about to say, Ryuji can hear him before he got persona, but that's not true. Morgana left after Ryuji got his persona. Hold on. So, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, apparently, all you have to do is just hear Morgana, go to the metaverse, hear Morgana, and voila, you can understand what Morgana's saying. If that's the case, why not bring Soju inside to the metaverse? Not palace, but just anywhere in the metaverse. Just where Morgana can change and you could listen to, just have Morgana speak, say, hi, my name is Morgana. Hi, my name is Morgana. Go back to the real world and voila, they're caught up to speed. We should do that.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Like you're acting any better.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Bingo! I knew that was gonna bring that up.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all.
Alright, you gotta translate. He's saying, it seems odd upon further thought though, his reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all. The story was too good.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet.
Sakura, he said he did approach us when he found... Yeah, whatever. They just continue on.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
At that moment, Futaba became the hero that no one deserves, but we truly need.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
My heart was doki doki.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
I love how that was timed perfectly.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
What a hack.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Oh yeah.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Not until we got to school.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
He's impressed, Sakura.
To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
We're gonna say he was a dumbass. It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
He said she was very smart.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
You're gonna be punished as soon as we get home.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse.
I like the art style.
First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
I wonder if this is Yusuke's drawing.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act.
Oro?
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Wait, how did that happen? Did you guys just went inside the palace without it, just made a deal with Shadow Sign and say, hey Shadow Sign, no, you don't get it. This is all part of the plan, alright? Someone's really trying to kill you, so see, we're not gonna take your treasure, we're gonna put this empty briefcase next to your treasure, and yeah, just go around the user, like we're gonna beat you up and we're gonna pretend to steal your treasure and all that stuff. How would that work?
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. I thought like a stupid picture. What? Ding ding. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
Yes. Joker's dead. Yes, now I'm gonna be the hero.
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Hey, I live!
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I'm pretty sure it'll be a nice piece of work or art. I couldn't see either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
So another word, I really had to make our bond to ring 10 at that moment.
We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Nah, don't remember drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Hooray!
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Really?
Huh?
Like what he did? Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
Yeah, chaos helps us in the end.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
It's alright, Makoko. It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
He said Ryuji's stupid.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
I don't think about it.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Yes!
You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Make more coffees. No, wait, that's Kawagami's job.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Aw, thanks, Father.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Futaba was glad to hear that. Summary to the story at this point has been updated. Meanwhile, in the offices of Meanwhile, in the office of asshole, Nikarosa Neha.
That sounds familiar.
Well, you should. You gave me probation.
It's me, Akechi.
Or criminal record.
Enter.
Never mind. What I meant to say is, meanwhile, back in the office of assholes. There we go.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Fuck you.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Calm down.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Masayoshi Shido. Oh.
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
Oh yeah, that was him.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Yeah.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
Yeah, a couple of days whenever Shido is shown to mention, you're like, you give him a look, like a bad look.
Just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always.
We're gonna say diddle, Sakura.
Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
God damn it. Don't be too excited about this.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Dai be a fancy restaurant, election headquarters. The Dai building? Oh.
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Oh, we have to.
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
The cat says okay.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
That's true.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
Thanks, Kawakami. You're so awesome.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
Dude, these guys are scary.
We're intellectuals, you know.
Not you, Ryuji. You're stupid.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
Right.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Meanwhile, back in the office of assholes.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Yeah, screw you, Akechi. Ishido.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
Why? The director was an asshole. And scummy. And sketchy.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Jeez, thank you for telling us all this backstory, guys.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
Fuck off.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
He's up to something.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while.
Yeah, school sucks anyways.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To
be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Nice to not have friends, right?
Well,
it looks like
how do I put this?
Looks like things finally settled down. Life's gonna be getting real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
The chief's right. Let's hit the hay. Oh my gosh, that was long. I'm not sure if this is a whole video yet or not.
Nice.
Hey John, you should take it easy today.
Well,
That reminds me, your relationship with Akechi unexpectedly grew stronger, didn't it? Wait, how do you know about my confidant, Bon? Even though Akechi was talking to the fakie at the time. What do you mean? Akechi met the cognitive you in the palace. I don't know what he said to that version of you in there, but we should make use of this. If nothing else, it shows our operation was a smashing success!
well...
How... that's true. Make... yeah, how did they rank up? Father?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the police report on your death isn't going to show up on your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked on some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they report your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a phantom thief. They can't really go announcing what a phantom thief are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. Alright. Fufu. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy. How so? But remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for two phones, yours and his. Now, what could I do with that info? I'll be able to tell the precise moment Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance and beep, send the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'll just pass each other without saying a single word. That's what we need you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi. Okay, now we're getting to the exploits. This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
But
still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse now. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has the bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Make the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? Talk to me.
Hey.
Not how I look like it, but everyone else risked their life too, really. There's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested. But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down? It might take a bit. Yes, tell me everything. Well, since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide note was a real shock. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything 24/7. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. Ryuji, you almost screwed it up again. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they'd have killed you immediately. Want to hear more? I do. Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you had to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav activated, as in the hall where they met. Akechi would just come back through the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We need to stop her for a moment before she head back towards the interrogation room. But nothing can be sent to the phone inside the palace, so I had to program the message in before him. Wait, so it wasn't you talking? In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming in at that exact moment in the time. That part was kind of last minute. I had to put an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Want to hear some more? Yes. I need more information. Let me see. Another problematic thing was...
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, time to catch you up. That was really tough. Wait, what? I obviously don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plan. The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part is really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure want to hear all of this now? Definitely, just tell me
Alright,
more.
let's go.
Well, we need to lure Akechi into Sainijiman Palace and have him kill the cognitive Linkaro. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting Sainijiman in the hallway, right? Because of that, there was pretty decent chance he would run into the cognitive Akechi. If that happened, Akechi would totally realize you had lured him into the palace.
You see...
Nobody actually even thought of the possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized in the middle of the night. Then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. Holy shit, that was... wow. In the end, we choose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognitive. Because you told Sai to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activates. It was Operation Tie Him Up! It wasn't really much of an operation in the end. Thankfully, Sainijiman didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid. It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out and tossing him on another floor. Really? You do that to just another kid? But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing! I guess she does know use knuckles as her weapon. What? So Makoto would just beat the living shit out of the cognitive Akechi. Cognitive Akechi was all innocent, like, yes, I'm just an innocent detective. Bam, 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 bam. Fuck you, Akechi. What did I do? No, fuck you. I know you're evil. What? I'm just good, Akechi. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. All sort of stuff happened. Phew, I can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that, just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. Seriously. Well done, Link. Whoo boy.
I'll just add this.
A mouthful.
Yeah.
Hey, listen!
Oh, come on.
Man.
Ty, you can tell him another time, okay? Yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure if this is the end of the video or not, so la 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 la. How long was it? Eh, 2 hours or something plus the other videos. I'm not sure how long this takes. I guess for now, what we could do is remove Akechi out of the outro. There. Much better. We don't want this bastard anywhere in my outro ever again. Okay. Guess I'm gonna take a rest for now.
I'm gonna head back then.
I guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright? Alright, gonna sleep. Justice with Akechi! Evil is destined to perish. Should have confessed first. What a sore loser. This makes no sense. This is 2. So he has to be guilty. Apparently Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thief. He's a hero. I'm so glad Akechi's back. I hope they catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves too. He really is amazing. If you only knew. If you guys only knew.
Phew.
Oh, hi Ryuji. Thank you for taking my spot. There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win. Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandals after scandals. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him, like he can fix whatever problem we have. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turns out those fantasy were nothing more than scums in the end. We'll show you. Hello? I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? You're a bad teacher. I am. Thanks. Thanks, Kawakami. You're alive! She must be in tears. Poor Kawakami. The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused. But as long as you're safe, don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself. Heart. Aww. Thanks, Kawakami. Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thief died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together.
Cut that out!
Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in the zoo. Oh yeah, I received word from Zedeha's family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyways? It's almost time. Afternoon. Huh? Hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. I'm all good. Oh, thank God you're safe. The suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now. But I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck! I just got a chat message from Oya. Some crazy stuff is going on with the Phantom Thief. Are you okay? No worries. Really? That's good. It's chaos over here because of the Phantom Thieves. You're still alive, so you must be scheming something, right? I gotta prepare myself for one more mountain. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm busy, so I'll talk to you again later. You don't need to worry about it here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyways, today is a day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. It's not like any customer is gonna be showing up.
Okay.
Let's try and think of a keyword once the cheap curries had energized you. What is the key word for Shido? Huh? Another message. Have you guys figured out the keyword to Shido's palace yet? I tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. It's hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. You know, I've been wondering, if he's been behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't it mean that all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April? Now that you mention it, the accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Wait, are you trying to say Shido caused that accident? But it's the subway. Does he not care about about innocent life? This man seems to be truly unbelievable. Supposedly there are still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. Masayoshi Shido, how many have he killed over the years? How can we even understand what's going on in the mind of such horrible men? Hey, wouldn't that be faster if we just go there and try to think about on-site? Let's try that. We're going to go. I like Linkuro going to join, but would that be okay? Will someone spot him there? Yeah, he'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tells us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have Linkuro join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Okay, let's meet us in front of the Dai building and force that bastard palace open.
Well then.
Alright, let's head to the Dai building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay? Alright, let's do this.
What is it?
You're going out? That's the plan. You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Sheesh, the stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late. Don't worry, Sakura. I won't.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Conditions have not been met. What about a mansion? Conditions have
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
Too simple.
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace?
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
You missed the mark, Ryuji.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
Jeez.
Excuse me, I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician.
Yeah, right. Tarnowski is the one.
I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once.
Yeah, really.
Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety.
Anxiety.
These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
Like you?
The election's public notification is tomorrow. No matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
I tried looking to Shido's interview up online. They all sound so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 73 years old, and he has gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet minister, he split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. He was a cabinet minister? For real? He was especially appointed to the position. That's his current title. Apparently he also won the contest for who people were most likely to have as their boss. Even the news sites write him as though he's assured to become a prime minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's word.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Ugh.
Shido's reputation is truly astronomical. It's preposterous. This isn't the popularity level of a normal politician anymore. What's so great about him? I seriously don't get it. He's a strong leader who protects his citizens. Well, supposedly. Is everyone's blind? You just need to shed light on who he really is. By the way, is it okay if my sister joins us tomorrow? She's hoping she can be of help as well. Why me? Okay, I'll tell her that. Okay, we need to figure out the keywords tomorrow for sure. What's with all the love for Shido? I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. Wait, since when did I have this Phantom Thief thing?
Now then.
Real hood or something when you go on a place where someone might recognize you, okay? Yeah, but what's with the Phantom Thief thing with you? I don't remember having that. I play video games. There's the crazy guards team. Stop it, Phantom Thief.
I should write something.
I really knew the key word. She put an end to the case. It's just like Shido-san says. You can go wrong leaving things to Masayoshi Shido. Akechi is babe! Come on, leak his name. Shido-san is gonna be in this election too, right? Kid has coming, lol. He went down easy. He got what was coming. Politicians like him are promising. So did he do it or not? The cops are so incompetent. Yeah, well, you know the truth.